Hello. I apologize for the mess that I've been lately. What a day. Now it's 10:06 Central Time where I live here in Tennessee. I uh, I had a really powerful vision, and I'm just really shaken up by it, and I can't share it yet. I'm gonna pray about it some more. There's a few things that I asked God about. I haven't gotten answers about it yet. Um, Someone shared with me about a lady, a prophetess named Jackson, and I have never heard of her before. And I kind of wish I'd have heard of her already because it's like I feel like my own soul echoes with hers. I can't even describe it. I didn't watch very much, but I watched a video. She's a guest on a show with a man named Sid Roth. Um, and I listened to everything that she had to say, and her emphasis on returning to God and praying. I mean, that's what I'm always talking about, and that's what we have to do. That's just like we have to return to God as our source. And there's just a heaviness on me. Um, and when I heard her say that, um, what she had to say about the election, and that I think she said there would not be even an election, that a bunch of destruction, just different things would happen. And I don't know if I shared, but recently, the last few times I've prayed about the election, I've just been seeing like something bad's happened, and something very specific, maybe close to Washington. I mean, in Washington, maybe even. Um, and then I just see Obama just being like shuffled around, and it's like they're trying to get him to safety, and so there's just something going on um, with him. And I will say that I keep praying about the election, and I keep seeing his face, and God has never shown me like any like specific, like anything specific or evil about President Obama. And I know a lot of other people, they talk a lot about it, and I just have to trust there's a reason that God hasn't shown me things that He hasn't shown me. And but right now I'm at a place where I do seriously wonder if something doesn't happen, and I think that I may have just gotten a vision about what that could be, because it was pretty bad, and that the election would be disrupted, and so whatever, for whatever reason or for whatever grounds, um, there might be. I don't understand the legality of it. Perhaps President Obama will be the continuing president um, for a time, and I mean, maybe it is. Maybe we are coming to the end of the nation. Well, I know that we are. I already know in my spirit and from the things God's shown me that America is no longer going to be what she's ever been. This country is falling apart. But it was very difficult to listen to Miss Jackson talk about how bad it will be, and that's really hard for me because I'm an intercessor for this nation, and I know it's going to be bad. I know the things that God's shown me already. I don't have a timeline really. Um, it's just really painful, and that's just sort of, I think that's just normal, though. I think it's normal to feel that deep sorrow and just the sadness that Christians are not. There's just not enough Christians in this nation who are just going to submit to Him in prayer, and so that this nation could continue, and maybe even be better than she ever was. I don't know. God has shown me in so many dreams that He's given me. Will start out with me and my husband and my children knowing that we had to leave. We had to go somewhere. It was time to leave. That's the words that are often in my dream. It's time to leave. And so when I'm listening to Miss Jackson talk, it just kind of floors me, because, I trust that God is going to prepare each and every one of us the way that He needs to and wants to, with whatever's coming in the next few days, the days ahead. And I really am truly wondering if God's not going to call me and my husband and my family to leave from where we live, or to go to some place even maybe nearby, just wherever He wants us to go. I'll trust it, even if it doesn't seem like a safe place. I'll trust Him. I refuse to walk in fear and live in fear, because God is not a God of fear. But what I will say is that I feel a deep sorrow. I just feel a mourning. And it's like I've been in mourning for a few years, just praying and just crying out to God, and just, for God's people and for this nation and for the bride, and just wanting a return to Christ, or for people to turn to Christ and just turn away from sin. And it's such a heaviness sometimes on me. Sometimes I can't even get out of bed because of the sorrow and the praying and I know it's not wasted. I know that my prayers aren't wasted. And I have to believe that they have done some good in this world and this nation, for the people of God, for the lost. And I have to trust in that. I actually, when I started recording this, my intention was to share something that I realized I hadn't shared. A sweet brother of mine, Joey Peralta, who he posts things that God shows him, had asked me to share with him a vision that I had about the internet being used by the enemy. And I really thought that I made a video, but I went looking through my videos and I couldn't find it. So I was going to make that video, and I probably will hear in a few minutes. But my heart is just really sad right now. And only God can comfort me in this way when I'm like this. I think that if we're not feeling this way, something's wrong with us. Because our heart needs to be for the lost and for the church, and just one with everything in our being for people to be right with God. So I don't apologize for my tears at all, because I know that they're for a right reason. And this is not depression. This is not defeat. This is This is just sorrow. This is just sorrow about the condition of the world, condition of this nation, the condition of people's hearts. It's just heartbreaking. And I don't want to be a downer, but it's a downer when people don't turn to God. It's pretty sad to see this country and to see all that we could have been and how much we've wasted. We've wasted so much in this nation. We've had freedom of religion. We've had something that most nations have ever had. And what have we done with it? What have we done with it? How many lost people have we reached? I can easily see why God would say, okay, that's it. It's over. It's over for America as she is. It's over. I don't think he does that lightly. I don't think God does anything that doesn't have complete and full, perfect purpose. The hope that we can have is that as this nation changes and falls, is that in the process of that many souls will be saved ultimately, because God sees the big picture. We can't see it. And I have to believe that his people, God will use them. He'll speak through us. As Miss Jackson talked about, stay close to the shepherd. It's the same thing that I think I shared recently. And many of us may die. We may be persecuted like crazy. But you know what? I mean, there's no doubt. People are going to be watching, and they're going to be seeing that faith and that refusal to give in to anything that's not Jesus Christ. And that is a testimony. It's powerful, and the Holy Spirit will use that. He'll use it, and he will draw people to him. He will draw people to Jesus Christ. There is just no doubt about that. It's happened throughout the ages, and it will continue to happen. And I don't know about the rapture. You know, Jesus, the first dream God ever gave me, he told me, I mean, it was just as plain as day of Jesus saying, I'm coming soon. Tell the people I'm coming soon. So I've always known that at any time, Jesus is coming back. And he showed me this in 1989. So I don't know if the rapture is going to happen soon, or I know it's going to happen soon, but I think in God's timing, we don't know what soon is. We don't know the exactness. And I've noticed today a lot of people that had set a bunch of dates for the year of 2016, and they've all passed, and it hasn't happened. So either we're going to be raptured or we're going to be here. I say prepare for being here. That's the smart thing to do, because if we're here and everything's really bad, we need to be prepared for that. You know, we can't just be like, okay, I'm ready to go, Jesus, come and get me, and think that that's as prepared as we need to be. Nowhere in the Bible does it say to be that way. It says that in Matthew 25, that when he comes back, what's important is that he finds us working. And you find great wisdom in Matthew 25. And I just want to say, I want to encourage everybody. These next couple of weeks, I think, I think we may see a huge, huge change in this nation as we know it, and in this world as we know it. I believe that some things are going to dramatically change. And so, you know, Prepare however God tells you to prepare. He'll tell each of us things that are right for where we live and for what our part is in what's coming. And he may tell some of us to move. He may tell some of us to just stay where we're at. He may tell some people to store up food. I believe that he probably has already, I know that he's already told a good number of people to store food. Excuse me. He may tell you don't store food. You have to trust it. You just have to trust what he says. And I just want to encourage everybody, be prepared for anything. The Word of God is a big part of that. Staying in the Word, knowing the Word, teaching your children the Word. It's very important. Prayer, intercession. This is a long video, me just sharing this, but it's an important message. It is. And just stay close to the shepherd. Listen to his voice. He knows yours, and you know his. He's gonna lead you in the right direction. And I love God. I love Jesus with all my heart. He's everything good in me. He is everything. Everything that's worth anything. And it hurts me so bad because so many people don't know him. It's like that's the prayer of my heart for my 5 children. Is that they would know Jesus like I know him. I don't pray that they become great doctors or lawyers, I just pray that they know Jesus, that they have a relationship with him, because he is the best thing. And if they've got that, they've got everything they need for their life. Everything, all preparation. So, stay close to the shepherd and just don't be caught up in don't be caught up in just being prepared to be raptured. Because we don't know the day and the hour. Christ spoke to me in 1989. And it's 2016. It's a long time. God bless you all.